Well, how would you like it that last race on the tour in the Castrol GTX Cup Series in Charlotte, North Carolina, that the championship leader had her lead chopped almost 70 points by virtue of one of her championship rival finishing better than she did? Well, that's what happened to Jessica Shelton, the last race on the tour at Charlotte, North Carolina, as the championship lead was chopped almost 70 points from 216 to 149, and so that's how much the points lead is as we go into the next race on the tour. Stop number 31, which is at Talladega Superspeedway. Yeah. And the running of the Die Hard 500, we're going old school with this one. 1979 Talladega version is what we're at here today. And perfect kind of for the Aero 88 cars as well. So we'll see what happens here as we're about to get set for 29 laps of action. Here's the start line for today's running event. On the pole at 189 miles per hour is Zach Winkle, number 11, the Budweiser Chevrolet. He comes off a horrific crash at this race in the Winston 500 the last time he was at Talladega. He'll be flanked by Phil Parker, number 5, the Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Second row will have the winner at North Wilkesboro in Michigan, Kyle Matthews, the 29 Hardee's Oldsmobile. And number 42, Mike Becker, the STP Buick. He won the last time he was at Talladega, as a matter of fact, in the Winston 500. Third row will have Joshua Collar, the STP Pontiac car number 43. And Dylan Pote, number 22, the Miller High Life Buick. He comes into this race 6th place in the standings. Fourth row will have Quentin Moore, a great qualifying run for him in the Quaker State Buick car number 26. And car number 75, the Valvoline Pontiac of Max Anderson. Fifth row will have Emmanuel Hartnett, number 83, the wins Kmart Ultimate, the winner of the Daytona 500. And Trent Dunham, the Season 8 champion of this event in the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Chevrolet. Then it's number 12, the Budweiser Chevrolet of Ryan Kazee. He is inside of the 6th row. And car number 13, the CTE Ford of Jesse Turner, has the outside. The 7th row will have Charles Samber, 4-time winner of this event in the Country Time Pontiac car number 30. And he is 2nd place in the points chase coming into this event. He'll be alongside Alexander Rowe, number 51, the Valvoline Oldsmobile. Row number 8 has Seth Cole, the winner of the last race on the tour at Charlotte. He's in the Folgers Chevrolet car number 52, and he'll be alongside the Brickyard 400 champion Jason Haywood, number 15, the Motorcraft Ford. The next row down will have Paul Minnick, the winner at the second stop at Atlanta this season, in the Piedmont Airlines Chevrolet car number 44. And number 80 at the Gatorade Buick of Jonathan Zortland has the outside. Next row down, row number 10, will have Dylan Young, number 2, the Kroger Chevrolet. And he'll be alongside Cole Deaver, number 3, the GM Goodwin Chevrolet. Dylan Young, by the way, was the winner of the night race at Bristol this season. Row 11 will have Kat Tellier, number 7, the Xerox Enterprise Ford, the winner of the season at California Speedway. And 3-time winner of the season, Becca Tellier, number 21, the Hodgson Ford. Her wins came at the first Darlington, the second Richmond, and the second Dover event. The next row down will have Johnny Gardner, number 35, the Folgers Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside the Copenhagen Chevrolet car number 55 of Ashlyn Boyd, 2-time winner of the season, and he also won the last plate stop on the tour in the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Looking for a second in a row on the plate tracks. Next row down, we'll have Michael Whitman in the Strolite Ford, car number 6, and he'll be alongside the 90 Red Baron First Pizza Ford of Ryan Winters. Next row down, we'll have William Brock, number 4, the Kodak Film Oldsmobile, and Jordan Lopez in the Halpern Chevrolet, number 16. Next row down has the Rockingham winner, Ryan George, in the Tide Chevrolet, car number 17, and Zed Weinstein in the Rumpel Furniture Pontiac, car number 70. And the next row down, we'll have 5-time winner Jessica Shelton, the championship leader, the Coors Melling Ford, car number 9. She starts way back in the back, and she'll be alongside Chelsea Bowles, the number 74, over Nelson Contracting Superior Piping Chevrolet. Then it's Patrick Smith, number 8, the Bill American Buick, the winner at Dover this season, and Keith Batson, the Mexico Haviland Ford, car number 28, 2-time winner season at Michigan and Sonoma.
3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engine.
Commands to begin the party engines. We're separate racing here today. Cab Shears the next row down, and a Buck Stoll Oldsmobile car number 71, beside Tony Newman and number 14, the Copenhagen Oldsmobile. Next, Joshua Osborne, two-time winner this season at Martinsville and Watkins Glen, the Vulture Chevrolet car number 25, and beside him will be Kyle Leckley, number 27, the Kodiak Pontiac. And the final row will have Zachary Fitzwater, number 33, the Skull Bandit Buick, the winner of the 600 at Charlotte, and the Race Hill Farms Buick of Joshua Sakili has the last starting position in this event. Talladega Super Speedway, always exciting, and I will say that for darn sure. Because we had a great race in the truck event, and the truck race had a great showing here. And you'll see that on the Red Race 1985 channel. I'm not going to tell you who won, as I usually do. Pace car ducks up on the pit road, and the start-finish line, if this was Daytona, the start-finish line would be about right here. But it's not in the center of this trailer as we would find on Daytona. It's at the exit of pit road, which has created many a great finish over the years as the green flag is out, and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. In-car cameras today will be carried by Kyle Matthews, Jessica Shelton, and Charles Sanford. They'll have our in-car cameras in today's event here at Talladega as the field comes off corner number 2. Speed increasing 180 miles per hour as they come off the second turn. Back to stretch now. Still increasing 189, 190 miles per hour at this point as they go to turn number 3. Third turn, they'll go in there at 194 miles an hour. Zach Winkle out in front as they come down the back stretch into the third turn now. Matthews is second. Third is Phil Parker as they come down off turn number 4. Speed now approaching 200 miles per hour, 198 to be exact as they come out the fourth corner. 3 wide for the lead. Phil Parker dives inside. Who leads his first lap? Will it be Parker, Winkle, or Matthews? Who leads his first lap? It's going to be Phil Parker leading the first lap with Quentin Moore in the 26 car shoving him. And the first lap at 180.625 miles an hour. Backstretch now. Here comes Quentin Moore as he takes his Buick to the inside lane. But Ryan Kazee says different as they go down the backstretch as they go into the third turn now. As you see the field screaming in the turn 3. Fastest first lap, 186.6 miles per hour, set by Joshua Osborne. As they come down off turn number 4 now. Cat Tellier, number 7, goes to second position now. And here comes Johnny Gardner. He's gonna make a 3 wide. I tell you, if this keeps up, we may have a 3 wide finish here at Talladega. That's gonna be pretty quiet. That's gonna be pretty darn interesting. In the turn number 1, back they go. Gardner out in front. Here comes Ryan George for second position right now, and here comes that number 9, Jessica Shelton, as she makes the move to the inside lane, trying to get her 5 bonus points for leading a lap. On board, Jessica Shelton's car as they go into turn number 3, as she'll take the lead, but only for a moment because here comes Patrick Smith in the 8 as he'll dive inside. He'll take the lead with Kev Sheeran on the inside. He's going to shove Smith out in front. But here comes Shearer, looks inside for the lead, and he is not going to take it. And oh, we got problems in the tri-oval. And somebody on this roof, that looked like Cole Deaver slides across the start finish line on this roof, and Trent Dunham hits him in the 1. Oh my gosh, Seth Cole and Jesse Turner just barely missed him, and Cole Deaver's still on his roof. Deaver was in the crash, as was Seth Cole, as was Jesse Turner, as was Trent Dunham. And this crash happening at the end of the third lap at Talladega. Alexander Rowan, 51, was in the crash as well. And oh my gosh, look at this deal right there as they come out the fourth corner. Well, they got 4 wide off the fourth corner. Charles Sanford, Zed Weinstein, Seth Cole, and it looks like Max Anderson, 75. Then Sanford and Weinstein got into a shoving match, and they bounce off Seth Cole in 52. Seth drives Sanford into the 70 of Weinstein, and bam, Cole Deaver hits him, and Cole Deaver up on his roof in that number 3 GM Goodrich Chevrolet. As you see Jesse Turner, Seth Cole, and Alexander Rowe and Trent Dunham all get into the crash. Oh, and poor Cole Deaver. His luck just not going very well in this series without question, even though he came in this race 17th in the standings. And look at Cole Deaver. Slides across the start-finish line on his rip at 60 miles per hour. And then Trent Dunham's going to give him another shot right there. And I thought for a second Cole's actually going to get back up on all four wheels, as a matter of fact. And I thought right there he's going to get back on all four wheels, but then the car kind of digs a little bit right there and then stays on its roof. So Cole probably thinking, doggone it. And there's Seth Cole just missed him, and so did Jesse Turner. Barely missed him in the 13 car. Real-time replay. And that has got to be the scariest moment, though, when you see nothing but concrete. When you're upside down, and you're sliding around at a fairly good rate of speed. And bear in mind, 60 miles an hour. That's about a slight bit. That's about 5 to 10 miles an hour slower than what you run on the interstate at most places. Seeing as the interstate speed limit is usually about 65, 70 miles per hour in some cases. Well, Charles Sanford got close but no cigar in making that crash. Thankfully for him. Let's ride with Charles Sanford on this deal. And thankfully for Charles Sanford, he avoided being part of that crash. And Emmanuel Hartnett, 83, he comes in the pit road. And I think so does Paul Minnick in the 44. I think he's also on pit road. Fitzwater's in the pits, and Ryan Kazee in the pits, as we said, Emmanuel Hartnett is in the pits. Cole Deaver also, of course, obviously in the pits. So, yeah, I thought Minnick actually was on pit road, but apparently I was wrong on that one. So the cars out of the race are Cole Deaver and Trent Dunham and good timing as we're getting back to green flag racing. It is Patrick Smith, the leader. Second position is Kev Shearer. Third is Chelsea Bowles. Fourth is Jessica Shelton. Joshua Osborne's in fifth position. As the green flag flies again, we're back underway at Talladega. Ryan Kazee has a lap down in the 12th car. He is currently running in the 37th position, and also a lap down is Zachary Fitzwater. Patrick Smith opens up a pretty big size lead in his Buick, but here comes the Oldsmobile, Kev Shearer, and he's had a up and down season. He comes into this race. Let's see. He came in 18th in the standings, and here he comes. He's going to get the shove from Jessica Shelton for the lead. And here comes car number 71, Kev Shearer out in front now, and they are 4 wide back there. Yeah, they are 4 wide, 2 rows deep as Osborne escapes 4 wide racing, but they are still 4 wide in the turns 1 and 2. Poteet, Langland, Kazee, and Bowles still in the 4 wide situation is now with Sekuli and several others. Kat Tellier, yes, Sekuli, and Paul Minnick. As they go in the third turn now, and all this at over 198 miles an hour, 199 in the case of Chelsea Bowles. Wow. What racing we're having at Talladega. A battle for the lead. Quentin Moore goes to the number 1 spot in 26. He led that lap. And just barely over Jessica Shelton and keeping Shelton from getting those 5 bonus points that she needs. And there's Fitzwater just up ahead in the backstretch here as now Quentin Moore in 26 has the lead. He has a dismal season going on right now. He comes to this race 32nd in standings. And here comes Kyle Langland in 27. And this race has been known for some first-time winners as well, as Talladega always is. Minute goes to second position now. Here comes Charles Sanford, number 30 for the number 3 position. And he's got it. On board with Charles Sanford, laps all, and we're seeing laps at all over 200 miles per hour. In fact, Ryan Winters is the fastest lap at 201.12 miles per hour. Charles Sanford out in front for the moment, but here comes Jordan Lopez in number 16 to the inside. He has got 15 car. That is Jason Haywood, the winner of the Brickyard 400 this season, as he's now moving in second position now. In the third, trying for third, is Zed Weinstein at number 70. Ryan Winters in 90s up there, as is Keith Batson, number 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. Batson trying to get into the top, back into the top 10 in points. He comes to this race 13th in the standings. He was at one point up as far as about 6th or 7th in the standings. And that was after, I think, his win at Sonoma. And they're about ready to catch Zachary Fitzwater in 33 there as he's going to turn 3 as the field's down at this point of the backstretch. So they are about... As they go to the inside lane, here comes Keith Batson, number 20, Texaco Haviland Ford. He'll take the lead. Off the fourth corner is now Mike Becker. In 42, they're going to be side by side. Ford on the outside, Buick on the inside. Becker giving Buick one of three victories this season so far is now, and they're lined up right there behind Fitzwater as they now slow down just a little bit now. As they come down the backstretch, Mike Becker takes the number 1 spot now as they're 3 behind him, and here comes number 4. That is William Brock. He moves to the inside lane, and he's got Ashland Boyd, pole sitter Zach Winkle behind him. And the third guy that gave Buick a victory, that is Patrick Smith in 8. Winner of the season at the first stop at Dover. And here they come 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Ashland Boyd, the winner of the Pepsi 400 at Daytona and also at New Hampshire this season. 3 wide and get the 55 the lead. And oh boy, 4 wide again through 1 and 2. Here comes Kat Tellier, number 7 to the inside. She came in this race 4th place in the standings. And back up front now, Kev Shear again goes for the lead, number 71. He'll take the lead, and he's got Dylan Poteet behind him in 22. Poteet, a former Talladega winner himself, he won the first Talladega race back in season 3. And look at this copter cam right there. As you see a shot of basically a lot of the field here. Back up front, 3 wide for second place here. Here comes Becca Tellier, number 21. Nope, she's going to go for the lead now. Here comes Tellier to the lead of 21. She's got Zach Winkle behind her. Here comes 27, Kyle Langland. And now, battle raging on back there now as Poteet's on the hot side as is the 75 of Max Anderson. Off turn number 2 they come. Kyle Langland jumps out in front now, and here comes, is that 25 Osborne? Yes, it is. Osborne going for the lead now in 25. He'll take it into the third turn. He's going to have the shove from Jason Haywood. Nope, Michael Whitman shoves him out of the way, and Whitman now goes to second in car number 6. Osborne, a 2-time champion of the series, comes into this race 24th in the standings, despite 2 victories this season. As we said, winner at Martinsville, the first stop there, and also the winner on the road course at Watkins Glen. And now Jordan Lopez, 16, goes to the lead. Now with Charles Sanford going to second position in the 30 car. But he's not going to be second for long, because here comes the 26 of Quentin Moore. Quentin did lead a little early in the event. Like I said, anybody in this bunch can potentially win this race here at Talladega. Anybody in this bunch can. And we'll see which one is the last man or woman standing. Once that checker flag falls, Quentin Moore takes the Quaker State Buick to the lead now, and he'll lead that lap. Here comes Dylan Young in number 2 to the inside. He'll take the position now as he takes the Kroger Pepsi Chevy to the number 1 spot. And number 90, Ryan Winters, behind in second position now. And we see several drivers have lost the draft here in this bunch here. At drivers like Emmanuel Hartnett's lost the draft, as has Zorland's lost the draft. Johnny Gardner's lost the draft. Kyle Matthews has lost the draft. And Seth Cole has lost the draft, as has the couple of the cars that was in the earlier altercation, the 51 of Alexander Rowe and the 13 of Jesse Turner. And those 2 are the next 2 in danger of possibly going a lap down. Here comes 43, Joshua Collard. He now goes to the point here at Talladega, as he takes the famous 43 out in front. And here comes the Atlanta winner, Paul Minnick. Minnick to the inside for the lead, and he's going to get it in the third turn now. Dips down, and he has the lead in the turn 3 here. Weinstein to second now, number 70. As he takes a J.D. McDuffie colors to the number 2 spot now. And here comes Ashlyn Boyd inside for looking for a position. William Brock is up there, and don't look now. Here comes Shelton. Back on board, Jessica Shelton's car. Right there behind William Brock. Shelton runs in 4th and runs in 3rd position now. And she'll dive to the inside. She has got, I think, who is that behind her? That looks like Cav Scheer behind her in 71. She'll take a 3 wide and inside now. She goes up on Ashlyn Boyd now. You're riding along with her at 198 miles per hour in this case on the telemetry. But Cav Scheer says, you're not going to lead this lap. I'm going to try to lead this lap here. And Ashlyn Boyd leads the lap here as we're now down to less than 10 laps to go. Now 9 to go to be exact. And she could probably use a Kenny Rogers term in this case here. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And certainly the chips are down here at Talladega. Definitely a question of who's going to make the move at the right time when the checker flag falls. And we have seen 3 wide racing to the start-finish line. And if they finish out that way, oh, good Lord. Start-finish line. Tellier on the outside. Max Anderson, 75 to the inside. He'll lead that lap. Max Anderson will. Number 75, Raymond Pontiac. Out in front. Here comes pole sitter Zach Winkle, number 11, the Budweiser Chevrolet for Junior Johnson. The car that qualified on the pole at 189 miles per hour, but they were racing at well over 200. and some of the cars are. They've caught the lap cars of Alexander Rowe and Jesse Turner. Now what's going to happen? And oh yeah, 75 is going to pull right away, but he's not going to have that kind of a lead for long because Zach Winkle, along with Chelsea Bowles, Becca Tellier, is going to draft right up that 75. Yeah, watch the motion happen. And that's what we talk about. That's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. The suck up of the draft. One car running by itself does not run as fast as several cars hooked up. 3 wide. Tellier, number 21 to the inside for the lead. 3-time winner this season. But she gets the door shut in her face by Chelsea Bowles. Bowles' best finish this season was a second at the first race at Michigan. And here comes Tellier, 21. She's going to shove in Quentin Moore. Quentin Moore could be a dark horse winner in this race. Like I said, any of these, some of this bunch, like a Quentin Moore or Chelsea Bowles or Winners or Whitman, they could be this dark horse winner. This one right here. And I wouldn't count. I also wouldn't count the 75 and the 16 out of this one neither. Or even the 14 of Tony Newman, who you saw fade from the picture. And here comes Winners in the 90 car to the inside for Jimmy Donlevy. He'll take the number 1 spot now. And he's going to have the set 42 of Mike Becker behind him. Oh, can they hold on for 5.5 laps? We'll see. Several more cars in danger of losing the draft. As you see, Tellier to the inside. She'll go to the number 1 spot. And Weinstein back into the 90th Winners. And now Weinstein caught in the sucker hole, as has Max Anderson, Charles Saber, and the 11 of Zach Winkle. And Quentin Moore's now in the middle as well. We see the cars behind right there. Phil Parker in the 5. There's Langland in 27. Batson and Shelton. They're trying to get their way back in the draft. And I think they have moved their way back in the draft now. So the 5, the 27, 28, and the 9 have all got themselves back into this whole thing now. And Joshua Sakili in the 47 hopes to do the same thing as well, as he is now tailing along behind this bunch. Lap that time being led by Dylan Poteet, 22. In fact, the 47 car less than a second back of the end of the draft. Minute to the inside, he'll have the lead, but here comes 16, Jordan Lopez. No, here comes the 25 of Osborne. Nope, 16 slams the door in Osborne's face now. As they come down off the 4th turn now. Chevy out in first, Chevy in second. Then you got Oldsmobile trying for 3rd with Kev Shearer. And somebody up ahead, that's Seth Cullen, 52. And they are going to catch him before the checkered flag falls, no question about it. 3 to go. Here comes Kev Shearer to the inside. He'll take the lead. William Brock behind. Right there. There's 27. Kyle Langland. They have caught Seth Cole. What are they going to do now? Here comes Brock for the lead. Number 4. And they've all got trapped behind Seth Cole. Kev Shearer to the outside lane now. Off the 4th corner they come. Let's see what happens here. Seth Cole, is he going to be the one stuck in the middle? And it looks like he will be, as Kev Shearer will keep the number 1 spot now to the start-finish line. 2 laps to go. And here comes 27, Kyle Langland. He's got Batson behind him. He's got Quentin Moore behind him. He's got Shelton behind him. Charles Sanford. It'll be the white flag next time by. Who's it going to be? Here comes Batson for the lead. 3 wide for the number 1 spot, car 28. Oh, this is going to be one mad scramble to the checkered flag at Talladega with this bunch. Shelton for second position now. Here comes Stanford. Here comes Shelton for the lead. Start finish line. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. What the shuffle begin? Shelton has never won a play race in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Can she pull it off today? In the turn number 1, Phil Parker to second position on number 5. Here comes Sakuli, 47. He could be a surprise winner possibly. We'll see what happens on the backstretch. Sakuli side by side with Phil Parker for second position now. Shelton holding on at the moment. Into the third turn now. Lap car ahead of that Zachary Fitzwater. But I don't think they're going to catch him. Here comes Sakuli. He's going to take a peek to the inside. Ford into the lead. Buick in second. Here comes Sakuli for the lead. For the win to the start-finish line. Sakuli to the inside. Shelton on the outside. And the start-finish line is Joshua Sakuli winning the race here at Talladega. Darn. Sorry, I got my camera screwed up here, but Joshua Sakuli robs Jessica Shelton of a victory here at Talladega Superspeedway. And we will give you the finish again like we intended to. And here's how it all happened right there. Sakuli went to the inside lane. I meant to switch the camera on to Sakuli. Yeah, he gets Shelton right about in the last few feet of the start-finish line, right there. And yet another plate race gets robbed from the number 9 car, Jessica Shelton. But for Joshua Sakuli, it's his first victory of the season. As he takes the race Hill Farms Buick and I think that he did that race just about like Ron Bouchard won here back in 1981. So... But anyway, Sakuli's second victory of his career in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, his first since last season at Richmond. So, what a victory that was at Talladega Superspeedway. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at the finish of that race right here. Again, but a great victory. It's the 4th victory this season for Buick, as Joshua Sakuli adds his name to the list of Buick winners with Mike Becker, Zachary Fitzwater, and Patrick Smith. There you see right there, Sakuli gets a bite to the inside lane right there, and that was the margin at the start-finish line. About a half a car length between the 47 and the 9. And there's the margin of victory, 17,000th of a second. It was 76,000 for the third place, which was Jason Haywood. A great day for Jason Haywood in the 15 Motorcraft car. So 31 races in the books. Joshua Sakuli, who came into this race 30th in the standings. He ends up winning here today at Talladega. His first of the season, his second overall in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. We gave you the whole rundown. Sakuli wins. Jessica Shelton second. Third was Jason Haywood. Fourth position, Becca Tellier. William Brock was fifth. Phil Parker comes home in sixth position. Charles Sanford seventh. Keith Batson comes home in eighth position. Ninth was Kyle Langland. And Kev Shearer ends up finishing in 10th. A great day for this whole bunch here today, and what a finish we have here at Talladega Superspeedway, as it always is. The Aero 88 cars give us a great die-hard 500, without question here. 11th was Max Anderson, 12th was Ryan Winters, 13th was Kat Tellier, Ashlyn Boyd 14th, 15th was Quentin Moore, Jordan Lopez 16th, Zed Weinstein 17th, Chelsea Bowles 18th, 19th was Joshua Osborne, 20th was Mike Becker, 21st Patrick Smith, Zach Winkle 22nd, 23rd was Dylan Poteet, 24th position will go to Michael Whitman, Tony Newman 25th, Paul Minnick 26th, Joshua Collard 27th, going 28th was Dylan Young, 29th Emmanuel Hartnett, Kyle Matthews a miserable day for him. Finishes in 30th position out of the draft, unfortunately for him. Johnny Gardner 31st, and by the way, Matthews and Gardner both came to this race in the top 10 of the standings, and that's not and Matthews is in definite danger, if not falling out of the top 10 of the standings after all that too. And same you can say for Johnny Gardner as well. Zorlin comes home in 32nd position, 33rd Seth Cole, and Zorlin by the way was the last car to finish on the lead lap. Seth Cole was 33rd, 34th was Alexander Rowe. Jesse Turner 35th, and Zachary Fitzwater was the last car finishing in 36th position. He was 2 laps down. Ryan Gassi had a piston problem that's knocked him out of the race. Ryan George, Cole Deaver, and Trent Dunham were the cars out of the race because of the early crash way back on the 4th lap. But the big win to Joshua Sakuli, his first victory of the season and his second overall in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as we mentioned. He won last season at Richmond, and he takes seasons 18 here at Talladega. And Jessica Shelton, again, has not yet won on a plate track in this series. And it's kind of hard to believe. She's been so close so many times, and unfortunately, victory again snatched out of her hands. But there's one thing she does have in consolation. She should extend her points lead coming out of this event as well. Over Charles Saver, who comes home in 7th. A great day for him, but yeah. So the next race in the turn will be at Martinsville, Virginia, for the running of the Tums Fast Relief 500, and so expect that to be a wreck fest on that shortest and the slowest track of the 0.526 mile paperclip. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We have everything on this channel. We got inter races, gaming videos, whatever person of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for this channel. And be sure to please be sure to check out Seth's NNSCRA Tech Slater Truck Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. Be sure to check those races out, and you will not regret checking them out. And I'll guarantee those races are a whole heck of a lot better than what I have to offer. So all that said, here Talladega's history. Congratulations again to Joshua Sakuli, the winner of the Die Hard 500. And for now, this is James Qualls in production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best.